Apocalypse Gaming.
So if you saw my video a few back, I had mentioned that we picked up this bad boy at Salute a few years ago. When it was launched, it wasn't out in the general market, it was only available at Salute at that point. To be honest, I've still not had it out the box. That's shocking. So comes in a nice wee second box with a sleeve over it. Don't know if it still does, if they've changed the way that's done. And 2 bagged components. I expect, as A, it was brand new out the moulds, and B, it's a Hawk product, that this is going to be very, very clean and will have almost no cleanup. Let's get the camera zoomed in tighter. So, wee bit of moulding there that'll need cleaned up, but not much. So it almost looks like they backfill this after they've cast it to give it some strength. Looking at the underside of that. Now I'd assume there's rules for it now. I can't remember if there was rules at the time. I think it was that early that the rules hadn't come out, but rules did subsequently come out. Some sort of side foot. It'll go in something like that, I'm guessing. So, wee bit of clean up there as well. Not much, this won't take long, I don't expect to clean up at all and stick together. Again, just there. But otherwise, very crisp, very clean. That's just what I expect when I look at something from Produs. It's actually a very light resin. Produs, sorry, Hawk. It's actually a very light resin. Again, nice lugs, that fits together well. And he flung it on the floor! So yeah. There you go, something like that. There's lugs there, well that'll fit in. And I don't know what these bits do yet, but we'll figure it out. That goes on one of these bits somewhere. Don't know which one, but I'll name something like that. We'll figure out where that bit goes shortly. And 2 other wee bits. So, hopefully that wasn't too boring. I'm sure there'll be a million other people unboxed one of these already, but it's the first I've actually looked at it. That's absolutely shocking, I know. But it's the tooth. Actually, looking at the box, I think that goes up that way and fits in there. So, cool. I'll get this cleaned up and then we'll get the baby assembled. This model is by and large a masterclass in how to do resin models well. This little section here, for instance, looks like some sort of power unit for the weapon. This sits in there. Then these go in to there. Creating a hinged door. Obviously we'll need glued in, but lovely, clean, perfect fit. Lovely, perfectly clean fit to the millimetre, to less than the millimetre. That fits in there. and rotates in space. Lovely model, and it took me about 2.5 minutes to clean it up. That's all there was, so I'll get it glued together next, but I just wanted to discuss that before I applied any glue, just in case my gluing skills let me down and something gets wedged in place, such as the hinge door. But I've got the appropriate tool, so it shouldn't. So if it does, then it's user error and not tool error. So just thought I'd show you that first though, as the dry fit, because it fits together beautifully as the dry fit as well. So just in case you've never come across these tools before, they're from Mr. Hobby, and they're to help you apply glue and modelling putties. So all I'm doing is getting a bit of my Gorilla Glue, because that's my favourite super glue, into my little pot, and then I've got my pointy stick. I also have a homemade pointy stick should you wish to do your own, which is a brush with a broken off needle. You can just see there in my hand where I've cut off the tip of it. And we put our glue onto our pointy stick and apply it directly to the point we want it to be. So, glue's a bit stringy today because it's roasting and it's trying to cure dead quickly, so a little bit in place. I just dropped one of my things, it was stuck to my hand. See, so I can find it in a second. And push this into place. As we can see. I can then just position that one in, and then I'll do my other one as soon as I find it. Back in a second. So glue again onto my pointy stick, and position it accordingly. So trying to keep it away from the moving part, which is where your applicator tool comes in useful. And it should be sufficient. And apply my other one, or place my other one. There we go. One beautifully hinged piece. Precision fitted. So I'll let the super glue there cure for a wee bit and then come back to this. Everything though fits as we see it. I'm not gluing this part in yet, just for ease of painting, and the same here. I've glued my fins on, but for ease of painting I'm not gluing this together until I get all that painted up. So basically this will go on my terrain shelf for now, because I'm not going to be painting this up straight off either. And again, it might not even be me, it might be a family member might grab it before me, because my whole purpose over these next series of videos, as I say, is to build our terrain. And if our terrain's built, maybe somebody will get inspired. Oops, there goes the camera. Somebody will get inspired to paint it. So take care, all the best.
Apocalypse Gaming.